Hello everyone, this is Mitch Wagner from Light Reading. I'm here at the Big 5G event in beautiful Denver with Max Silber from MetTel. Max, what do you do for MetTel?
I had mobility and IoT for MetTel. We're currently a nationwide enterprise provider for basically all the underlying network services to around 10,000 corporations and organizations around the U.S., as well as the federal government. We're one of the 3 elected EIS 2020 award winners for the federal government contracts.
All right, so you're involved with 5G deployments, or at least talking to people about 5G deployments,
Yes.
and you're hearing some misconceptions out there, am I right?
There's one or two. There's one or two misconceptions out there when it comes to 5G. The first is that it's not in wide commercial use yet. I'll give you a relevant example. We actually just finished up a large deployment for the city of Phoenix.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, it turned into an IoT project for around 3,500 vehicles. It's all their waste vehicles or garbage trucks and water vehicles. But those conversations started around, we don't want to deploy a project until 5G comes out. And of course, the first question we went back with is why? And once you started to talk about specific use cases, it gets back to the relevance of what is the use case and does it need the agility, the speed, and all the other benefits that 5G will eventually offer when it is fully deployed.
Yeah, that raises an interesting question. What are the use cases that will require 5G?
So I think many of them haven't been created yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's...
I'm rolling my eyes because
That's kind of the other misconception. I think step one for us, and I think it's actually the biggest one, is transforming the entire organization and how it deploys services. And we did this, by the way, when we started mobility at MetTel, that was traditionally a wireline service provider. And we started mobility, so we had this cycles of placing orders with underlying fiber, underlying wireline service providers, and then going through the cycle of deploying those services, and then creating a process around how you do repair. And those are typically in these kind of 30, 60-day cycles. When we started a mobility product, we very quickly realized no one's going to wait, right? We're in a click-to-buy generation. Everybody wants instant gratification, including enterprise customers in large cities or the federal government. So we really changed the entire organization to become a DevOps shop that runs in 2-week development cycles. And what that really means in layman's term is 95% of the process from when our customers click to buy to a innovative engine we have that does local lookup to see which carrier has the best LTE in the region, and then actually go through the process of staging, kitting, and enrolling over the air all the specific requirements of the customer to that iPhone or to that tablet.
All right, so I want to roll back for a second because you left kind of a big tomato hanging up in the air. We talked about how important applications for 5G don't exist yet, but are there applications that do exist?
So I think probably the easiest, the low-hanging fruit when it comes to 5G deployments is that cycle that we go through for wireline deployments today.
Okay.
If you have the speed and you've got a business model that makes sense, and I'll go back to business model.
So fixed wireless, basically.
Fixed wireless, straight out of the gate. We do thousands of them every month, and the biggest lag right now is how long it takes to deploy a wireline service with a 4G backup. Typically the backup, the 4G LTE backup, becomes primary until we get primary circuits installed, typically for retail in new locations. The 5G benefit of having the speed and having the availability in the form of as fast as I can overnight an edge router that's 5G capable to the site, that will completely change how retailers go about setting up new locations, maybe even what their business model will change when it comes to things like pop-up stores that need immediate connectivity.
So yeah, talk about that a little bit more. How will it change business models?
So I think today there's an ROI model for any industry or any vertical, whether you think of it as retail or just anything that's consumer facing. And I think there's always that concept of the amount of infrastructure that needs to be pre-built in order to service that store, because stores are not what they used to be. We used to walk into a store, there was a single cash register, and that was the complete functionality of the store. Today you walk in, there's digital displays. We're getting smarter with those as well. Now they recognize the human. They have got a little AI engines in there to give you a profile to advertise the right product to you as you're in the store, actually looking at the display. All that needs connectivity, all that needs speed. The problem is to get the right amount of connectivity. Typically it requires a lot of additional installations or build outs in areas that don't have connectivity when it comes to wireline. And again, the wireless typically functions in a temporary fashion. Now you're delivering a model where high speed, high availability can power all the internal elements of a retail store. Now you can think of models where you take unused space in a strip mall and pop up a store during busy season for 60 or 90 days and be able to decommission the store. So I think that really changes the model overall. And whether it's a retailer or whether it's a online distributor like an Amazon or someone like that, again, if you've got that local presence, you start to make things that, we look at like, are drones going to deliver my packages to my house? It starts to become a little more realistic because you're closer to the house in that model.
Yeah. All right. I guess that'll do it. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay.